Okay, so I didn't like that up there. Let's put it back where I had it the first time. All right, so here's what I love about this game. Again, this is the year of the quarterback you forgot. Okay, Cleveland Browns. We know Deshaun Watson. Yeah, we forgot about him by way of his play, but did we forget about him and what he can do? Who knows? He's not on the field yet. So who are you talking about, Coach? What's the point? I'm talking about Jacoby Brissett. I don't know if you remember him, but he's from North Carolina State, right? North Carolina product. Man, this kid's athletic. He went 21 for 35. He missed a lot of throws. He threw a pick. But here's what I can tell you. Like, for who he is and what they have, he had a little scamper that I was like, and it was a touchdown. I mean, they had him dead to rights. For a minute, I thought it was Deshaun Watson. Like, but it wasn't. It was Brissett, Jacoby Brissett. So, this is the year about the quarterback you forget. And he kept him in it. DoDo Brown, I'm going to keep saying it until they bring DoDo Brown back, period. So, here's the deal. Kareem Hunt, 10 carries, 45 yards. Chubbs, 19 carries, 110 yards. Chubbs went for a tutty. Chubbs is averaging I think 5.8 yards a carry. Actually, he's averaging 5.8 a carry on the season, but my computer and my paper was different. He averaged 6.2 yards a carry in that game. So how do you lose? By the last possession. Listen, you can play the possession game. I'm going to give you guys another stat to look at. And shout out to the old ball coach. My old ball coach is Walt Hamline. That's when I say the old ball coach, I'm talking about the hammer. It is Coach Walt Hamline, the hammer, if you played or worked for him. He would always, before he would go, I'm going to tell you, he would go to one thing on the call sheet, one thing on the game sheet. He want to see one thing. One thing. Time of possession. That's all he cares about. And so when I look at a call sheet or the box score, if you will, I guess y'all call it box score, I'm not sure. I'm like, okay, what was time of possession? Now, here's how you lose this game, because this is why I'm going in here. Okay, the old ball coach will be like, hey, I want to see time of possession. What was your time of possession? That's going to tell me everything I need to know about what happened in the game. And so I'm going to put you on what he meant by time of possession and how the Cleveland Browns lost, but they're on to the formula that will get them to the playoffs, maybe not a Super Bowl until they rectify what's going on with Deshaun Watson. Again, that is pressure on the locker room. If you do not have your quarterback situation hashed out, it's borrowed trouble. Period. You as the leader of the ball club or the organization or the front office, it's too much noise in the season for you to not be clear on, okay, here's our starter. What happens when he goes down? When he goes down, this is the company line, and this is what we're doing. Okay, what are we doing when number one goes down? We got to play the backup. Who's going to back up him? This is who's going to back up him. If we get in a bind, we go bring the receiver over who played quarterback in college, and then we go run the option. You have to go through the full scale of the maneuvering of pieces based on who is your quarterback. So, now, I got off track. Let me get back on track. Okay. Time of possession. Cleveland Browns lose the game 2023. There was no reason for them to lose the game, but what lost it was the pick that Jacoby threw. Unfortunately, that goes and turns it around. So what, Coach, why are you giving me all of that information? Time of possession. Listen to this. Cleveland's time of possession was 35 minutes and 44 seconds. That's how it happens. Here's another one. This is another reason Cleveland lost. Not because they're not a good ball club. Not because they don't have Deshaun Watson. DoDo Brown lost because of penalties in a critical turnover. So if you're going to play the time possession game, Atlanta had the ball 24 minutes and 16 seconds. I know. 35 minutes, 24 minutes. I know. And so, well, where did Atlanta win it at? The turnover battle and the penalty battle. That's how Cleveland won. They got the interception, and they only had, here, check this out. Atlanta only had one penalty. You do the math. So, shout out to DoDo Brown, the Cleveland Browns, and Atlanta, who is still trying to figure out who they are. Atlanta's trying to figure out a lot, and don't get me wrong, Mariota over there, look, Mariota know how to get that money, man. He turned the ball over too, but he know how to get that money. He's the best backup paid quarterback, and now he got his time to shine, and unfortunately, again, Atlanta should not have won. They had an opportunity. They had a turnover that happened right on time. They're very the opportunity, they took advantage of the opportunity that was presented, and that's how they won, period. The run game was non-existent. Mariota played very below average. He went 7 for 19, threw the ball for 139 yards. The Falcons should not have won. But when you're playing that time possession game, you got to know what you're doing. You cannot be messing around. You don't have throwaway plays. This is not how many plays I can run. This is you. If you play the time possession game, you're an assassin. You're like this. You can kill someone with the spitter arrow from 100 yards and then walk away.